entourage, but the latest be. And the sun don't shine where the gangsters be. And we rushing roulette to a game of 3. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4.
So yesterday was UFC 240, and Jeff Neal held the fuck down for Dallas. That's number one, bro. That was a nasty ass fight. Like, he was on top of him, beating the fuck out of him, and then obviously the referee had to call it to an end. But dude, I was kind of glad for the guy's life that they stopped the fight, because he was out of there. But anyways, yeah, so he's from Dallas. His name is Jeff Neal. So first of all, shout out to him for holding it down. And this fight was actually not the co-main card, but the one before it. So the third to the main fight, basically. And then, speaking of the co-main card, it was Cyborg versus the girl that I told you about, Felicia Spencer. This was the first time I heard about her, honestly, if I'm being honest. But dude, she hung in there with Cris Cyborg. Like, I'm talking about, they lasted all 3 rounds.
Was it for the championship?
No, no. So it was for the opportunity to fight, hopefully, Amanda Nunes. So now that Cyborg won this fight, like, they didn't fight for a belt, but now that Cyborg won this fight, she might potentially fight Nunes again, which I'm really fucking looking forward to, because the first fight, it ended in the first round. Yeah, and I think what happened was Cyborg was like, let me get this shit over with, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of rushed it. And then Amanda Nunes just fucking caught her, bro, with all those jabs, and she lost the fight. So I hope that if there is a second round with Cyborg and Nunes, that she takes her time and strategizes, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got to do with Amanda Nunes. But again, back to Felicia Spencer. She cut Cyborg with the elbow, dude. Like, she hit her with the elbow right here across the forehead, split her shit wide open, dude. Her face was gushing blood.
Oh shit!
Gushing blood, and so there was this part where they get into a clinch. You know what I'm saying? Like this, and I think Cyborg was like almost on top, in the clinch, and whenever they separated, Felicia Spencer, all her head right here had Cyborg's blood. Like, all right here was, I think that she had her like hair like in a braid like that, and then in a chongo. Yeah. And I could have sworn I saw like her turn her head, and her chongo went like that, and the blood splattered. Like, bro, that was one gruesome fight. But like, huh?
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
You need to send me that video so I can watch it.
I got you. I think I have it right here, actually. Oh, on my phone. But
because I'm not a big sports fan or anything, but whenever you were showing me the UFC videos earlier, I was like,
yeah. And then eventually Cyborg won, right? She won the fight. And my thing is, if you're gonna fight Cyborg, or if you get into an octagon with Cyborg, and at the end of the fight your face ain't fucked up, like, props to you. Obviously her face was fucked up, honestly, but Cyborg was hitting her with the jabs, dude, and Spencer looked like she was unfazed by it. That's why it trips me out. Even Joe Rogan commentates during the fights, right? And he was even saying, like, wow, she's tough. Because she is, bro. Like, Cyborg would hit her and she would just go boom and then keep going forward, bro. It was crazy. Like I said, eventually she did lose the fight, but props to her for fucking hanging in there.
Was it an unanimous decision?
Oh, yeah. It was a unanimous decision. Like, at the end, she did start rocking her. You know, at the end, she started catching her with all the jabs, and then there was a point in time where you were like, okay, the first round, possibly the second, you were like, okay, there's a chance, but then the third round, you're like, yeah, you know, Cyborg got it. Even though she got a big ass cut, and she even said at the interview, at the end of the fight, during the interview, she said, I got my first cut, and she pointed at her forehead. Dude, she split her shit wide the fuck open, bro, with that nasty ass elbow, like. Bow! It was gross.
At least she has that title now. Oh, yeah. Like,
exactly. And she was undefeated before this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Homegirl, Felicia Spencer, she was undefeated.
What's her record now?
Cyborg. It is 7-1. Cyborg's is...
You think she's a upcoming star?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. She, like I said, and now I can't believe I haven't heard about her before this. Cyborg's 21 wins, 2 losses. One of them is to Amanda Nunes. She only lost her very, very, very first fight. So aside from Amanda Nunes, her very, very first fight is the only one that she lost. And she has 21 wins. She's a fucking beast. I would be fucking shitting my pants if I was in the octagon. Like, bro.